Hi everyone, my name's Kevin and welcome to Exploration Theme Parks. So me and my wife recently went to California's Great America for our very first time and we had a blast. So be sure to check out our recent vlog of the trip. In today's video, I'm going to talk about my rankings of every roller coaster at the park. So let's get to it. We had a blast at California's Great America, besides the weird staggered openings of the rides that we encountered. It's just a shame that they will eventually be closing the park because it really is a beautiful park. Of the 9 roller coasters at the park, we rode every single one that we were allowed to, meaning we rode 8 of the 9 coasters since their kiddie coaster, Lucy's Krabby Cabbies, required a child to ride. But it's safe to say that that coaster would land last in the rankings at number 9. Number 8 is their other kiddie coaster, Woodstock Express. Manufactured by Intamin in 1987, it's a great coaster for the young ones trying to make their next jump up from a small kiddie coaster. However, it is very uncomfortable if you are actually able to fit as an adult. The lap bars barely were able to close over my knees and the seatbelt was barely able to buckle, so any taller or bigger, you just wouldn't be able to ride. Putting the uncomfortability aside, it's a great coaster for the young ones. At number 7 is Grizzly, a wooden roller coaster manufactured by Kings Island Construction, which has had some GCI retrack, opened in 1986. This coaster just wasn't good. It's very janky and even threw out my back on the first drop from the jackhammering. And it just feels like the ride is about to break apart. It's just not an enjoyable coaster. Number 6 is Patriot. Originally a stand-up coaster manufactured by B&M in 1991 and later converted to floorless, sit-down trains in 2017. It has 2 inversions, a loop and a corkscrew. You can definitely tell this coaster was built in 1991. The structure is old school and the layout has some bumpy transitions that gives you a nice headbang. It's a short layout, but if it was smoother it wouldn't be that bad of a ride. Number 5 is Psycho Mouse. It's a Mad Mouse coaster manufactured by Aerodynamics in 2001. This coaster was actually pretty enjoyable. However, in the station the lap bars do automatically slam down on your thighs, and the end brake run will crush your thighs as well. But it has nice sharp turns as expected with the Wild Mouse coaster, and some fun drops and bank turns. Number 4 is Demon, a custom looping coaster manufactured by Aerodynamics in 1976. It has 4 inversions, 2 back-to-back loops, and 2 back-to-back corkscrews. This coaster actually really surprised me. I expected headbanging the entire ride, but that wasn't the case. Don't get me wrong, there were a couple of bad transitions that were bumpy, but other than that, it was pretty good. The inversions were great and forceful, and I also really liked the 2 tunnels with lights and sound effects. Definitely a nice touch. So now we've reached our top 3 in the rankings. Number 3 is Flight Deck, a B&M inverted coaster built in 1993. It has 3 inversions, a loop, a zero-G roll, and a corkscrew. Fun fact, as a kid, I used to watch old school roller coaster videos with POVs on VHS tapes, and one of them included this coaster when it was known as Top Gun when Paramount owned the park. So most of the ride queues at the park are your typical cattle pen queues with pretty much no theming. Flight Deck does have some old school Top Gun theming, but it all looks run down and outdated. The station has no cover and neither do the other coasters I previously mentioned, with the exception of Grizzly. This coaster has a short layout, but it's a custom layout, so that was cool. The best part of the coaster was the corkscrew that leads right into the quick helix over the water, which was an awesome finale. And number 2 is Railblazer, the second Rocky Mountain Construction or RMC Raptor prototype model to be built, just 1 month after Wonder Woman Golden Lasso of Truth was built in 2018, and they are mirror images of each other. It wasn't promising this coaster was going to be open the day we were there, as they had a crane working on the ride in the morning. Halfway through our day, we saw them testing it again, and we had a great conversation with the worker at the entrance of Railblazer. Apparently, as a prototype model, this coaster has a lot of downtime. However, it opened and we were on the first train in the very back. This coaster is intense. It goes through its layout so fast and pulls you through every element. It has 3 inversions, a dive loop, cutback, and corkscrew. It does have a little rattle to it, and Wonder Woman Flight of Courage at Six Flags Magic Mountain is much smoother, but Railblazer is more intense. You get off this ride and you're just like, what happened? And my number 1 roller coaster at California's Great America is Gold Striker, a wooden roller coaster manufactured by Great Coasters International, or GCI, in 2013. This is a top-tier wooden roller coaster. I was absolutely blown away by how good it was. From the first drop that never seems to end as you bank to the right, to when you hit the end brake run, it is relentless and never slows down. Lots of airtime, lots of laterals, lots of moments where you feel like you're going to fly out of your seat, all while it is not painful at all. Looking at the coaster, it looks like it would be a short ride, but it just keeps going. Gold Striker is the real deal, so go check it out. So that's going to do it for my rankings of every roller coaster at California's Great America. It's a beautiful park, so be sure to check it out while you still can. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for upcoming videos. Follow Exploration Theme Parks on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. And remember, never stop exploring theme parks.